Hey everyone, Techne here with back-to-back Razer V2 reviews here. As you can see, I'm wearing the same shirt. By the way, have you picked up any of this new Techne gear? We got the WASD, like your keyboard. Like, come on, you gotta scoop one up right there. Code the Techne, you get 10% off as well. But anyways, today we have the Razer Deathadder V2 Pro. In other words, the Razer Deathadder wireless. What a dream come true. So as far as in the box, you can get all your paperwork, Razer stickers and everything. You'll get your detachable micro USB cable, which is not like a paracord right here. It may look like it, but this guy is a stiffy. But again, it is cool that you can actually charge the mouse while you're using it plugged in as well. You also get your dongle and then your little adapter right here to set right on your desk. Nice little grips on there. And again, you can just route it right in front of your desk. Really cool about this dongle as well is it's printed right on there, DAV2 Pro, which is really cool. I have so many dongles on my desk that I don't know go what to what item right there. So really cool that we're finally printing them. So first off, the shape and dimensions of the mouse. It's a Deathadder. If you've ever used a Deathadder, which the majority of us have, it's the exact same right here. It is a spitting image and it is great. This is a big boy right here, right? This is a palm grip mouse. And that's pretty much what it is. You might be able to dabble with a little bit of claw right here, but this is a palm grip. This is a handful, right? So don't be thinking you're gonna be fingertipping this big guy right here, you know? But again, the majority of us have used a Deathadder before, and that's exactly what we have right here. The only difference is you get your weight. This guy comes in at 88 grams right here, and it's pretty stinking lightweight for a wireless mouse. Now, when we compare it to the Deathadder V2, the wired one right here, you can clearly tell the weight difference. That the V2 wired is noticeably lighter than this one. That's not saying this is heavy by any means, but again, just how light this guy is, you can tell the difference. But I want to touch on the shape and dimensions here a little bit, right? I'm a huge Deathadder fan. I always have been. When I first started YouTube, I did a little mouse comparison and the Deathadder won #1. I stinking love it. I'm a palm gripper, right? Or a relaxed claw gripper. I love it, you know? And that's where the Deathadder sits. But let me be honest with you, the Deathadder kind of faded away a little bit for me. I started using a lot more ambi mice, not smaller mice. I'm not into that whole fingertip, tiny mice type thing, you know what I mean? You know, where my mouse has to be 50 grams. That's not me, you know? I still like a bigger mouse, but I've gotten used to, like, I guess I'd say a little bit more of that ambi shape. You know, and the Deathadder, it swoops out drastically on both sides at the tip right there, right? So it almost throws me back into that palm or claw, even if I'm in a heated moment, right? Where my fingers start hitting that curve up there. And it just got a little bit weird. So again, I really think as far as the shape, it's a fantastic palm grip. But as far as my gameplay style, and again, testing so many mice that's come out now, like I still love big mice, but again, the shape of the Deathadder is a little bit too aggressive for me these days. And it kind of shies me away from it a little bit. Now, as far as the build on the mouse, it is solid top and bottom, but on the side buttons here, if I press hard enough, I can activate the side buttons. Now, as far as gaming with it, in any game I've played, Call of Duty or whatever, which is quite an aggressive game for me, right? I never actuated the side buttons. I mean, you gotta like lean into it in an awkward shape. I mean, you got the Deathadder's awkward shape already, so you kind of like gotta bend your hand all around to actually make that happen. So that's never gonna happen in your game. I guess maybe over time would be your only issue. But other than that, totally solid top and bottom here. Talking about bottom of the mouse right here, you're using the Razer Focus Plus sensor, absolutely spot on. And you have PTFE feet. They're not very big. I mean, they stick out a decent amount. The one stinker is this little pad in the middle, and you probably pick this up on camera a little bit. It almost goes into the mouse, right? It does not stick out in line with these other feet. So I think some replacement feet would be there real nice in the middle. So again, you're not kind of getting some friction on the buttons or those gaps right there. Talking about the bottom right here, you can also attach it to the base. Say if you got a Viper Ultimate or something. This guy did not come with the base. You had to pay an extra, I believe it was 20 or 30 bucks to get the attachable base. But again, you can just plug it right in the front right there and charge as you go. You have your profiles right here, which you can adjust and save on Synapse, which we'll talk a little bit about later. And then you also have your storage for your dongle. And then you have Bluetooth off and then your 2.4. Talking about Bluetooth, this thing synced up spotless, going right from my Mac right there, synced it onto Bluetooth, went into my Mac, bam, instantly paired up, and my profiles were saved as well. No lag whatsoever. So that was really cool. Again, being able to keep the dongle over on my PC and then come over to my Mac and then have the Bluetooth. Really awesome. Again, to have that one mouse right there, just flick that switch and use it on both systems. Really cool. Now, touching more on that profile button in Synapse right there, it's really cool. You can dive into Synapse and adjust all your settings, your DPIs, your RGBs, and all that stuff, just like you've seen on pretty much every other Razer mouse. But the one stinker, as I state, on pretty much every other Razer mouse with RGB is it doesn't save the dang RGB, right? I need Synapse open for my RGB set. I like my logos just being set to a solid red. That's it. But I need Synapse open for that to be active. If I close Synapse out, the RGB will just start cycling through all the colors. And I don't want my mouse being purple on my desk. You know, I got black, white, and red right here. So that stinks. It does save your DPIs on there and everything as far as profiles, but again, not the RGB. You need that Synapse open, which is a real stinker. I wish they would fix that already. So now talking about the buttons on the Deathadder V2 Pro right here, they're the exact same as every other Deathadder, which is a great thing because these buttons are stinking amazing. The side buttons by your thumb, perfect position. Like a lot of mice, you gotta pull your thumb back sometimes, right, to be able to hit them. These guys are right there. Bam, up on the tip of your thumb, you get that front one. Bam, right on that joint in the back, you get the back one. Talk about perfect placement, for me at least here, right? Buttons 1 and 2, massive grooves up there. I mean, they lock your stinking fingers in there. Like, you're not budging out of them, right? And it's really cool. That scroll wheel is very nice and low recessed right there. So, bam, you get to it. You don't got to lift your finger up or anything. Bam, you just roll on top of it. And then you got your DPI buttons right behind it. So all in all, the Razer Deathadder V2 Pro, what an absolute gem right here. A dream come true for all of us palm grippers out there, right? You all know I love palm grip. Heck, that mouse I just reviewed was a palm gripper's dream, you know what I mean? And again, the Deathadder is just, again, it's the Deathadder. And if you love it, you're gonna love this. If you don't like palm grip, don't bother with this mouse one bit because you're gonna absolutely hate it. It's a big boy right here, you know what I mean? Now the price of this guy comes in at 130 bucks. That is a heavy price, you know. I guess for wireless mice, you usually see them right around there, around 100, give or take 79, something like that, you know. Where I really think this shines, justifying that price right there, is number one, you have your wireless with the dongle, and you also have Bluetooth. That's where it's justifying that price, you know what I mean? Because you might think 130 bucks, it's a little bit heavy, you know, I can go get a wireless mouse for 100. But again, with this one having the 2.4 with the dongle and then the Bluetooth, that justifies it hands down. Because again, I'm gaming over here on my PC, bam, I'm flopping over here right to my Mac, and then doing some work or whatever I'm doing over there. That's where it really justifies it. The build, the shape, the weight, and everything is absolutely fantastic. But again, I stinking love the Deathadder. I love palm grip. So put it that way. That's the easiest way to put it. If you like palm grip, you're gonna love the Deathadder. And you got multiple options. Again, the V2, the wired one right here, I stinking love it. Great mouse, 70 bucks. Heck, I still love the older ones, right? And you can get those for like 30 bucks these days, or maybe 40, you know? But again, as far as wireless with that functions and the features on it, what a complete win right here. And you know what I've been wishing for and just dreaming about for so long is for Razer to do the V2 of the Mamba. Razer V2 Mamba, and then maybe a wireless one like that as well. Oh man, that would be stinking amazing, because I really think that's where I'm sitting around, right? I think the Mamba has taken my space from the Deathadder. Again, having a little bit more symmetrical design right there, not drastic curves. Oh, Razer, please make that Mamba V2. Whew, that'll be nice. But again, all in all, complete win and complete recommendation right here. But anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my review on the Razer Deathadder V2 Pro mouse right here. I hope I answered some questions if you're looking into this mouse, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos, and go pick up your Techne gear now.